Universal Japanese motorcycle. In the mid-1970s, the American motorcycle magazine Cycle, shut down in early 1990s, coined a new term UJM, a Universal Japanese Motorcycle, which, after appearance of legendary Honda's model CB750 in 1969, was describing the proliferation and ubiquiteness of similar Japanese motorcycles. Honda was producing this model 34 years, until 2003. At that time it became one of the most legendary and the most popular motorcycles ever, and that attribute deserved with its robustness, sport character, and maximal speed of 200 km per hour. So called for, with 736 CCM and 4 cylinders in row was achieving 68 HP. The engine was air-cooled and almost indestructible, and basic concept originated from Honda's sport motorcycles from WW2. During its long production period of 34 years, 400,000 motorcycles were produced. This Honda's motorcycle became something like a design template for numerous models that followed from Japanese for main motorcycle manufacturers, Japanese Big Four: Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha. Honda CB750, the pioneer of UJM era. The UJM template featured a 4-cylinder engine, standard riding position, carburetor for each cylinder, unit construction engine, disc front brake, conventional tubular cradle frame, telescopic front forks and twin-shock rear suspension. As the major Japanese motorcycle manufacturers, Honda, Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Yamaha, began replicating each other's designs, the UJMs created a homogeneity of form, function, and quality. Yamaha XJ650 Special from 1980. UJMs included such prominent models as the Honda CB750, the Kawasaki Z1, and the Suzuki GS750. Such machines had massive sales, and UJMs continued to be produced for more than a decade. Kawasaki Z1. Suzuki GS750. Custom models, choppers were born. As Japanese motorcycle manufacturers were replicating the same design among themselves, a stable UJM form, all motorcycle with the same design and functionalities, become boring and uninventive. Bored by the stereotype of Japanese universal motorcycle form, owners started to customize their bikes on their own according to their personal needs and affinities. High handlebars, chromed exhaust pipes, shifted seats with scissor bars, for woman passenger, of course, and additional extension of front forks were usual customizations and adjustments. A new motorcycle style, the cruiser chopper style, was born. Appearance of Yamaha Virago model. Stylists and motorcycle salesmen requested from Japanese manufacturers to offer and produce these properties in their factory-manufactured models. What they did. These motorcycles achieved the immediate success and often were sold better than base models they had been based on. During this period, Yamaha's managers responsible for sales in America made a market research which showed that motorcycle owners, although still liked steady UJM form, wanted the new look and performance of air-cooled V-twin engine, but for more affordable price. So, in cooperation with Japanese engineers and designers, they initiated the production of 75-degree V-twin engine with displaced rear cylinder. They realized that this construction achieves optimal balance among wheel axes, motorcycle center of mass and vibration control, while in the same time achieves better cooling of rear cylinder. Yamaha XS650 in UJM style, but 2 cylinders and not V-twin construction. Virago was born 1981. Virago is first Yamaha's motorcycle for street cruising with V-twin engine and one of earliest motorcycles in mass production with monoshock rear suspension. Virago was produced in 1981. For the first time with engine volume of 748 CCM, then it was the most common engine volume on American market. Later on, the palette of Virago models was enlarged with several other models, 15125, 15250, 15400, 15500, 15535, 15700, 15750, 15920, 151,000, 151,100. Yamaha Virago 15750 from 1981. Initial Virago 15750 motorcycle was redesigned in 1984. When rear suspension changed from monoshock to dual shock design and tank got the new tier shape. Also, in 1981, Yamaha produced model 15920R. That was improved 15750 model but with old-fashioned UJM look. It was the model with chain drive instead of shaft drive, therefore the suffix R. This model did not gain any success on American soil and in 1983 was withdrawn from market. Yamaha 15920R. This same model, with slightly bigger engine volume of 980 ccm, was sold on European market under name Yamaha 151,000 TR1, also had driving chain instead of shaft. Yamaha 151,000 TR1. 1982. In 1982, only a year after release of 15920R, drive chain on 15920R was replaced with shaft drive, and this became the 15920 Virago model. Previous 15920R did not have Virago name. This model had some additional functionalities like double brake discs, adjustable handlebar, control panel with LCD display, very modern at that time. In 1982, Harley-Davidson, scared by overrun of Yamaha's Virago and other Japanese motorcycles on American market and threats to their sales by similar but more affordable Japanese models, asked government to raise the import custom taxes for foreign motorcycles over 700 ccm. 1983. In 1983, 15500K was produced and still kept classic UJM form. It was the base for a palette of Virago motorcycles that followed. This model should be distinguished from Model 15500L, appeared in 1992, which was the same model as 15535 but with reduced engine volume. The same year 15750 and 15920 Viragos each came in a midnight version, replete with high-gloss black paint and blacked-out engines with gold accents. Yamaha Virago 15500K, 494 ccm, produced in period 1983 to 1987. With swirl pattern cast wheels. In 1983, Harley-Davidson succeeded in lobbying an American government under President Ronald Reagan imposed draconian tariffs for 45%, from 4% to 49% for import of foreign motorcycles. Of course, they targeted Japanese bikes, but in this law it was planned these taxes to be gradually returned back within next 5 years. According to this act, in first year tariff was 49%, second year 39%, third year 24%, fourth year 19%, and finally should be returned to starting 4%. 1984. In 1984 the rear suspension was changed to a swing arm with twin shock absorbers, and the bike's overall appearance was revised to reflect the new chopper-style custom image of the Virago mark. Twin front disc brakes were fitted, with both brake calipers of opposed piston design. The swirl pattern cast wheels were replaced by 5-spoke cast wheels. Yamaha 15750 Virago, 1984, with 5-spoke cast wheels and twin shock absorbers. In order to legally get around dramatically increased import tariffs, Yamaha then reduced the engine volume of 15750 and produced the motorcycle with engine volume of 699 ccm. It became 15700 Virago, which was in production until 1988, when taxes were withdrawn, expired. Honda and Kawasaki responded to these high tariffs by transferring more production to their US plants. Yamaha Virago model with engine volume of 920 ccm, since burdened with the same taxes of tax range up to 1000 ccm, was enlarged to 981 ccm, and that became Model 151,000 Virago. 1987. In 1987 the new model with engine volume of 535 ccm was built, Model 15535 Virago. This is one of most common Virago models on European market. Due to local taxes, on Japanese market Model 15400 Virago was produced. 1988. Big custom taxes were withdrawn and production of 15700 Virago was cancelled, and Model 15750 Virago returned into production and to market. For Model 15920 Virago, which previously became 151,000, there was no return to original volume of 920 ccm anymore, and it was enlarged one more time to engine volume of 1063 ccm, then it became Model 15100 Virago. 1989. In late 1980s the Virago palette of models got Model 15250 Virago. Yamaha Virago 15250S. Yamaha Virago 15535S. Yamaha Virago 15100. 1992. On European market new model appeared 15500L Virago. That was actually model 15535 with little bit reduced volume to 499 ccm in order to comply with some EU countries, Austria, regulative and lower taxes. This model should be distinguished from 15500K model released in 1983. 1995. This is the year when many Yamaha Virago models were updated to special revisions: 15250S Virago, 15500S Virago, 15535S Virago, 15100S Virago. New front brakes are implemented with two-piston caliper. 1998. In this year, 15535 Virago had the second upgrade as deluxe revision and it became 15535DX Virago. 2004. The smallest model 15125 Virago was produced primarily for Eastern market, but one can find it on European market easily. 2008. The production of bigger engine volume Virago models were abandoned and they were substituted by V-Star and Roadstar 15100, 1511600, 1511700 series. The very last motorcycle that had name Virago was 15250 from 2007. And finally, in 2008 it became V-Star 250. P-style equals background color, transparent.